Alright, we're back. Hi guys, what is going on? We're back from our burb. Hi.
Howdy.
Hi, so... we just saw the experience with Rahk, with Gilfrey Silverlight, and Chobs. The endearing Chobs asking for dumplings and pork pies, and Gilfrey asking for, more or less, to see the type of person that Rahk was. It was an interesting affair for certain, but I think it's gonna make for, I was very happy with that roleplay in general. It makes for a good time. So we passed the buck back. The three of you crossing town with Marion in tow when you arrive on the door of the Shining Tome. And as per normal...
Rock to the beat of Eiffel's 64's Blue.
No.
65 is what you're going for.
Yeah, thank you. It's been a while.
Eiffel 64 is a really shitty game on the N64.
When we get there, I'll knock.
You got it. You knock. You can hear the sounds of the darbuka inside. There is no answer. Do you knock again? Do you open? What do you try to do here?
I'll give the door like a slight pull to see if it's actually locked. If not, then yeah, I'll knock.
It seems. I mean, you know that the door opens inward, so it.
No, I haven't been here before.
Everybody, literally everyone else knows that
Yeah.
it opens inward.
Okay.
I'm not going to correct him.
You'll find out quickly that there's no point in having this particular door handle. It opens inward. So you knock.
Okay,
Before
that's fine.
inevitably someone will answer, and the music bumps up quite a bit louder. And here's the very standard-looking Charlie Miles. He's not dressed awry. There's nothing bizarre about it. He just seems to be enjoying the darbuka music.
Ah, Mr. Miles.
Come in, please come in. Yes.
Thank you.
He steps over immediately and starts to draw down this small lever, which drops the volume of the darbuka music. And to whom do I owe the pleasure to for this gracious meeting?
And he, Ulhime points over to Cort. I believe Cort wanted to have a word with you too.
Oh, with me?
Well, I'm looking for Miss Sasha, or someone who is good at finding stuff.
Oh, you're no fun. Of course, everyone's here to see Mistress Sasha. It's fine, we can arrange this. But certainly you might be interested in coming back to see me once in a while.
Cort's gonna look at everyone else in the party.
Come on. I'm rather tantalizing. No fun! No fun at all! Good lord. No one seems to have a sense of humor these days. Come on. Come to see Mistress Sasha.
Sorry, Mr. Miles. It's usually just all business when we.
I know. It's
Yeah.
fine. It's always
You
as
should
such.
come over for breakfast sometime, though. We have a lavish feast. Oh, we've been having a pretty lavish feast for the past few days.
He looks to you. For breakfast. You would have me for breakfast?
Yeah, you seem to have helped out the flurry and as well as us quite a bit. So
What would we be making?
I don't see why not. It's a mix of things. Kind of depends on the day, I guess. The
He
meal
usually
change.
makes a feast.
A feast? You're a cook. Should I
No.
bring something? Would you like for me to bring apples? Apples are great in the morning.
No. You don't have to bring anything. Just bring your company. And if Mistress Sasha wants to come, she can too. But this is primarily extended to you.
I will not extend the offer much further than I need to. If you'd like to offer for yourselves, then you can, but it's been a long time since anyone's invited me to anything. I'll do my hair. Come this way.
Very well. Thank you.
He seems rather happy, very jovial in this sense. Before he was a little downtrodden by the immediate turn down from Rahk, or excuse me, not Rahk, Cort. But he's happy. He's been invited out to a thing. Something he probably hasn't had in a very fucking long time.
He
anywhere.
Ulhime kind of like bumps Cort on the breastplate. Just humor the man every once in a while.
Well, I mean, he didn't tell a joke.
He's being cordial with you. Just play into it.
Cort's gonna look kind of confused, thinking that he has been nice to him.
It's fine.
But he'll continue following.
You guys handle your business. I'm assuming you're gonna have whatever deliberations you want. I'll stay down here and wait for you.
I need to have a talk with Sasha once the group is done, and preferably alone, so once they've returned, you guys can make your way and I'll catch up.
Very well.
He peeks his head round a corner, past some curtains. I hope you don't mind a brief walk.
I'm okay
Not
with
at all.
that.
Then come along.
Cort will follow.
Thelsa? Ulhime?
Migo.
Yeah, yeah, we'll go.
Okay.
We'll follow.
Very good. Three's a party. It was perfect. He guides you past the drapery over the door, which leads you to a series of steps. Not far. They descend for a while to a darkened, ominous, lightless void. Those of you with dark vision, which is limited to one of you, I believe.
I will cast light on my gauntlet.
Okay. You peer out to the left and to the right, even as you are descending, and you see nothing. There is no bottom. There is no top, no left, and no right. All that is before you is the descending steps. There is a slight wind before inevitably you reach what looks to be some sort of island, a landing. And there's various baubles. More gold than you've ever seen. More gold than you probably will ever see. And there she sits, in the form of a woman. She seems to be stacking coins. Charlie breaks the silence. Mistress Sasha, you have guests. And as he says that, the coin stack starts to wobble. Her hands come up almost to try to steady it, but as she turns, there's a slight bump, and it falls. And her eyes cast back over the three of you and Charlie in tow. Excuse me, four. Marion is also there.
Cort's just gonna kind of wave sheepishly.
She leans back onto the coin pile. She uncrosses her legs, folding them one over the other in the opposite way this time. She almost basic instincted you. Go on.
Ulhime will give Cort a nudge forward, kind of like.
They call me the Nort, for I have been Norted.
He slides him forward.
I'm wondering if you can help me find someone.
I'm sure I could. But why?
It's Mr. Skellering, and he's kind of important to the town.
You wish to find the old guard captain.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, he got lost during the attack, and no one's even been able to find a trace of him.
He was lost or he
I've
was
asked-
taken, because wouldn't you say anyone taken in the middle of a large-scale skirmish is a bit of an idiot?
Well, we're unsure, but he also told me one time he fell into a portal.
Definitely an idiot.
But even if he is kind of an idiot, he really helped the city, and Kiana's really angry when he's not here.
He helped the city. Was that before or after he was found multiple times with his lips wrapped around the knob of a door?
Yes.
Just let. I'm not gonna say it loud. It's just gonna be under my breath. But
Did each of you care the
Um,
same? You wish to see the return of this Jared Skellerang.
I'm here for another reason that we'll speak about afterwards.
You all seem so tense. Do I concern you? Do I worry you?
Is that to me or Thelsa?
Do you say that out loud?
No, that's a question to you. I don't like. I'm wondering who she's looking at.
You fall into the you all category.
I mean, you seem kind of mad about the money stack, but I'm not particularly scared.
You just don't
I
have
just-
many chairs down here for us to relax in, is all.
Don't want to annoy you either.
At least you're considerate. And what of you,
But-
dead man?
I came on Cort's behalf. Nothing really more than that.
Jared Skellerang. You wish to find him. Do you have anything of his? Anything that I can focus on?
Cort's gonna pull the sword from his back. He gave this to me.
She raises a hand, and she flips her two fingers. When she does, the sword flies from your hand to hers. If you're still clutching onto the scabbard is yours, but the sword is in her hand.
Yeah, the scabbard would probably be on my back.
She catches it. Perceptions, the three of you.
Nice. I can see everything.
You notice when the sword hits her hand that it seems to cling. There's a clang of metal from the blade to almost what sounds like another blade, but it's very dimmed. It's dumbed down.
I know what it is. I've had a couple meetings with her. It's quite interesting.
They work.
So this was his.
He said it was passed down from his family, if I remember correctly. He gave it to me when he knighted me.
And you wish to find his Skellerang.
Yeah.
What will you pay me?
How much do you usually charge to find people?
I do not need any more money. I wish for things.
Cort's gonna just kind of look around in his bag. Do I have anything that's worth anything? Actually, let me just see that. Hold on. I have something listed in my sheet as a tube with something inside, and I don't remember what that is.
Sounds
pretty
like you should
sure
have
it's-
taken better notes because I don't fucking remember. A tube
I'm pretty
with
sure
something
it's something
inside.
we got from Occipitus, but that was the only description that I got. Because it was around the time when we got the statue.
Oh, you guys got a lot of stuff. You got a lot of
Yeah,
stuff then.
which-
I have no way of knowing what you guys may have had at that point.
I can offer myself.
Yourself. Servitude.
As long as it doesn't interfere with our guild activities and helping the town, but I can do a lot of things. I'm pretty helpful.
I admire help. Especially good help. Thelsa,
Yes.
dead man, can you speak to his ability to aid?
He's competent with a sword, but I can't speak for much more than that. I only know him in combat. I haven't left a bad word on him.
He's a good lad. Like she said, good with the blade. Outside of that,
I'm good at cleaning.
he's hardworking, good cook.
Very well. I need something delivered soon. Something that I haven't quite finished, but I need it delivered. I
Where
will
do
need
it
you
delivered?
to take this item decently far away. I could get it there myself. With a snap of my fingers, but that's boring. I want to see what you're capable of if you are actually valuable.
I don't mind doing that. Do I have to bring it to a different city?
You will have to take it to a different city, yes. Not so much a city, as much as a location, and you'll need to leave it. She leans forward, but here's the kicker. You can't know what it is.
How am I carrying it then?
Oh, it will be bound, it will be wrapped.
Like a message?
You could say that.
I can do that.
If it is opened, I will know. And it could be
Okay,
very,
can
very
I-
bad things.
Can I put it in something to keep it sealed, like a tiny little box?
I'll put it in a box for you. I'll even give you the key. You'll need to deliver it to this location. And I'll know when it's there. Someone
Do
will
I have
collect
to
that
give-
box, and they'll let me know.
Okay. When do you need it? Like right now, or because I can start running right now if you need me to.
Not right now. Soon. Let me finish what I'm making. Once I've finished, then I'll call upon you.
Okay. Well, I'm always at the bathhouse right now, anyway. So, and Charlie wants to come over there and have breakfast. So
Breakfast?
you can have him send me.
Nobody said anything to me of breakfast.
Cort's gonna look at Ulhime.
Charlie's face just immediately begins sinking. His eyes lower to the ground. Is anyone going to invite me to breakfast?
Oh, we can. We just asked Charlie at the door. Ulhime makes us breakfast at the bathhouse.
If I were to come, would I need to bring anything?
Cort's
Nope.
gonna. Yeah.
Good intentions would be nice. Maybe a smiling face.
Ulhime gives a nod. Yes, I would agree.
Well, if I wish to finish what it is that I'm making, to send young Cort on his way, I will need all of the additional time. Charlie? Yes, Mistress Sasha. I'll allow you to go. You can attend this culinary event in the guise of a guest, but you must bring me back said breakfast.
He won't be able to do that.
I won't be able to do that, ma'am, according to Ulhime. And why is that?
Because the feast won't allow him to.
You wish to feed them magic, then? Or have you bound the food to your home?
I've not bound the food, but I've tested the spell's parameters with moving plates, and he wouldn't be able to move it far enough.
I can try and cook you something so he can bring it back.
And what will you cook for me?
What do you like for breakfast?
What do you make for breakfast?
Well, we learned back in the barracks how to make really good, like, stew.
Stew. Barracks stew. What flavor is your barracks stew?
Thelsa's gonna start looking around for a seat or something, because I feel like this is gonna take a lot longer than she had hoped for.
Steps. That's your best chances to sitting on the steps.
Either steps or the pile of coin, but I think steps is where I should sit. So I'm just gonna have a seat and lean back.
Ulhime takes like a knee next to her.
Well, it has potatoes in it, and I think Rahk was going to get pork pies.
Boy, I thought you were going to say rocks. Potatoes and rock stew.
Well, you can't eat rocks. They're too, they hurt the teeth.
Well, tell that to those in the Osirian desert.
What? Slow down a little bit. We've got one of company here.
I see that. Apamet, this far west. You've lost your way. Much like this Jared Skellering, apparently.
This is my old master.
I was guided this way, not lost.
She looks to Ulhime. You're his master?
Cort's gonna stare blankly and go, wait. And he's gonna turn around, just try and find Marion.
He's good at things? I'm confused now. I feel as if someone has lied to me.
I said he's good with a sword.
So do you just point him at it and tell him to whack?
He has potential. Give him a chance.
How old are you, boy?
That is a good burning question. I'm 19.
19. I miss 19.
Cort's gonna do something that he probably shouldn't. How old are you?
Her eyes flash red. Old enough.
Oh,
She looks great for her age.
You flatter me.
It's the least I can do. Frankly, the most I offer to give right now.
So you're good with a stick and you can make rock stew.
no, we have a guy named Rahk. I don't put the rocks in the stew.
Charlie, this is Rich. Thank you. Is this tonight's entertainment? Thelsa, did you bring these two? Is this what this is for?
They came on their own volition. I just kind of tagged along because I had to have a word with you afterwards, but it turned out a lot more entertaining than I was anticipating.
Very well. Do you agree to deliver this item?
Yeah. And you think you'll be able to find Mr. Skellering?
She draws the blade up. She brings her hands over it, and you hear this, scratching noise of, metal being raked across metal, just raw ore. And when she begins to close her fist around it, you hear this scraping getting louder. You see heat begin to sizzle off of her palm.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic. And I want to focus in on the area around where the blade is, because the sound doesn't seem like it's...
When you cast Detect Magic,
Okay.
the moment that you cast it, she slaps you in the face. And your Detect falls immediately. No. This is the private place. Are you trying to spoil the vision for what it is? You wish to see more? Do you want to see the truth?
Something just doesn't add up with the sound that I'm hearing against what I'm seeing.
So are you saying that you could find this Jared Skellering
I haven't made any claims to do anything yet. He came to you first.
I have an agreement with magic. Well, you are bound to it. Technically bound to it completely. You're somewhere between life, aren't you? Not quite living, not quite dead. You operate on your own terms, as do I. But I coexist with magic. I helped bring about the birth of magic. Because I am alive, so is magic. You abide by its tenets. It's a small law, and it's a price to pay. But it feels worthwhile. She throws the sword down, it clangs off of the floor, and bounces over to you. Predicament here, young Cort. There are 2 Skellerings in town.
1.5.
One walks the streets now.
Is one of them Naphtatoran?
I don't know. I didn't look for a Naphtatoran.
Cort's gonna pick up the sword.
Well, the one that you found, then, where is he?
They're near each other. One walks near the mayor's manor. The other lies bound in the basement of the mayor's manor.
Cort's gonna look over towards Ulhime.
Looks like we've got our location, then. He'll turn over to Rahk and Thelsa. What do you want to do?
I've got some work I need to finish up here before I do much more, but it's on you guys.
Marion finally chimes in. Well, we did, madam. I am... let me introduce myself. I am Marion Greyweather. I've a knight... Well, I was teaching this squire here. He... Forgive me, he is rather daft, as I've found recently, but he is of good heart, that I promise, and they have told me that you might have a way to assist me. I am, as you can see, without an arm, and they have expressed that through the power of magic or artifacts, that I might be able to gain an arm or use of something akin. And what will you offer me, Gimp? His eyes wander to each of you. I know not of what you might desire, madam.
I can do another favor for you after the delivery if it goes well.
Let's see that you return to the first before you take on a second. I could help, but it would come at a cost, and what that cost is yet to be discovered. I don't see immediate value in helping you. What good will helping you gain an arm do for me? Well, I am also skilled with a blade, as I've taught this one, as his only skill is apparently with a blade. He still has not quite learned how to speak to a lady. Additionally, I am a teacher of etiquette and elegance. And I can be quite entertaining at times. She pauses for a moment. Go on. What do you mean by entertaining? In my youth, I was a prevalent dancer. I can entertain you? She said, I already have a fool. I need you not. Charlie continues to bend in his back, feeling the ever-pressing weight of Sasha just sort of beating him down. Then I'm here to offer my service in any which way. If in that I may have an arm, I will offer my entire person. I must tend and teach to those that need to be taught. Ways with the blade and of etiquette, but I promise there is value in my person.
He wants to train the orphans who were just recently orphaned. He's going to try and help them learn how to fight for the city.
I was orphaned. I turned out just fine. Tell me, old man, do you have any baubles, things of interest? Madam, I assure you that if I did, I would have offered them first and foremost. As you might. Then I'm afraid until you have something of value to me, you will remain a gimp. Yes, madam. Well, if that's all, if you're just going to remain silent, I have many coins to stack. Some rest to obtain, and some food to devour.
I can come back whenever you need me to, and I can deliver that wherever you need me to. So whenever it's ready, just have Charlie come and get me, or some other form of getting to me.
We'll call on you in due time. I'm sure Charlie would like to enjoy breakfast in the morning.
Indeed. And you hear, like, Ulhime grabs his trunk, and you hear an audible, like, snap back into place.
Oh, come on, I didn't hit you that hard. Oh, go on then. Go. Go. Once you have more...
We'll turn around and leave.
Charlie is quick to lead the stride.
Ulhime will be the last one out, and then as he's leaving, he looks at Thelsa and just kind of puts his hand on her shoulder since she's still sitting down. Just be careful. He makes his way out.
I got nothing to worry about. I'll take a few steps forward and say, Sasha, how great to see you again.
This isn't a leisurely visit, I understand. I have no friends. I have those that operate under me. Unless, of course, you'd like to come over for croquet at some point.
If that's an honest offer, it's more than I've been offered today, that's for sure.
Get on with it. What is it
Didn't
you
think you
need?
was for someone for croquet. So, as you might know, I don't know how much of a hand you have in this stirring pot that is this cauldron, but I have been looking to get into the church. And with the presence of Ike Iverson and the disappearance of Ambril, I sought Sasserine to become the head of the church, but it seems I have to find them. Ike has paid a decent fortune to get back into the church as sort of a funding and some sort of waiver with the mayor, but I need to find Ambril still. And I came to seek aid with that, and potentially a form of friendship between us, so that you can't say that everyone operates under you. You can actually have someone who... a friend.
Friends are dangerous. I wish for you to understand what it is that you offer. The thing about friendship is it is a position where you find yourself rarely ever without an opportunity to not impress. So how will you impress me?
I recall you taking some interest in something of mine, which isn't quite...
It wasn't yours to begin with.
Yeah. But I am here to offer it.
Why the sudden change of heart?
If I am to become the head of the church, I need to cut my ties with the Demon Scar.
Hmm.
So it's a lot for me, but I came to you first because if there was anyone that I was willing to do it with, to offer this gift that shouldn't belong to me, it would be someone who I thought could use it, and for someone that I thought I liked. Better than someone I didn't know.
You realize that you will return to your mortal visage. You will no longer look this part.
Yes, I'm quite aware. Frankly, sometimes it makes chewing a little weird.
I understand adapting to a new skin is always difficult.
I'm sure you know quite a lot about it.
I've taken on a few forms in my time.
How long have you been in this one? You seem particularly fond of it.
I like the way the body moves.
Graceful, I'd say.
It is. It feels very dainty, but I'm also in control. Mortal men seem to think that they can take advantage of it. But when they see what really lurks beneath...
I know the story. Trust me.
So you wish to get rid of this, then?
I would like to. I know that some power is tied to it, and that when I visited the Demon Scar, it left me feeling different. I felt at home, and I met up with some interesting things there that are battling for the head of the Scar.
That will always be the state of the Demon Scar. That is the state of every culture. Someone wishes to rise to the crown. But what does it serve? You command the peasants and peons beneath you? That's boring.
The eternal fight seems like much more fun.
I like the loyal jockeying of a small few. Charlie is the most recent. He's very loyal. He's very, very loyal. And he's helped me define and understand a modicum of human sexual exploits. I appreciate that.
That's not an image I particularly needed today.
This is fine. You'll forget soon enough.
That's true. As is the human way.
As is the human way.
Forget what you wish. Most of the time.
So what is it you're trying to do here? You're wishing to locate Embrel, and you want to have this blight upon you removed so that you may assume her position.
Assume the position of the church. I know that currently Ike has taken it back, but he's not worthy, and I will find means to prove it. I hope to bring some sort of religion back to Cauldron, because right now it's devoid of any church. The only one operating is Genya, from what I've heard, out of an apothecary.
So then what is it that you really need? Do you need to find Emerald? Do you need to remove this blight upon you? Or are you trying to usurp Ike's throne?
All of the above, but I know all of that is too much to ask from you, and currently I have no means of finding Embrel. The blight I came to offer as a gift since you were looking for it. You sought it until you sought something else. Though I know it's also something I need to get rid of.
Interesting choice of words that you've come to offer me a gift.
I don't know that you could use it as a gift. You seem to surpass the power that it possesses. But tying yourself to one place might be a bit much for you. I recall you saying that Cauldron is just a resting place until something falls and you have to go elsewhere. But tying yourself to the Demon Scar, I don't know. I don't know why you had sought this thing in me. Something I took. But I came to offer it since you had showed interest.
So your offer is that you've come bearing a gift in hopes to discover more. So you are still trying to trade then? In a roundabout
Yes.
way.
Yes. I don't know what more I have to offer. I have not much for monetary worth. Gold, but I know you're in no need of that. Not in the amounts I can give you.
I know of this Ike Iverson. I've encountered him on a few occasions myself, as he's often found himself trying to make a deal with a dragon.
He seems that type.
Rather cocky. There's only enough air for one cocky person.
And you've got a goblin upstairs. That does plenty, right?
She smiles. Rarely it is that I smile these days. You are a funny one.
I do my best. You deserve to smile. You look great in it.
Very well, I'll help you with some of your problem, but not all of it, and it will still cost all of what it is that you've stolen from another. I cannot freely take it back from you.
I have to offer it. And I don't know that you're certain how I came upon it. Have you ever heard of a nice man named Mephistopheles?
I've heard of no man named Mephistopheles.
Yeah, he's not a man. He's a fine fellow, though.
The one that I know as Mephistopheles is not quite a man at all. And he's not
No, he's-
fine nor a regular fella.
I wouldn't call him regular. But just knowing the name means you know how I got it.
Very well. If you'd like to. Perchance you wanted to go about summoning this creature.
Sure. I have no idea how to do it. I've only met him on a few accounts, and one of which he aided me when I encountered a force that was far too strong for me. I had no place meeting with it, but frankly, I wasn't quite in my mind.
What if I were to do it now? What if I were to draw them right this moment?
Stay a while and
Try
listen.
Mephistopheles? The three of us could have a chat, but
She
there's only
stands
enough in one place for one cocky person.
when she flexes out her
Stay a
hands,
while and listen.
seemingly cracking all of the knuckles in her hand. And you see her eye pale over this red glow again. And when she seems to snap her fingers down, bits of scale seem to flick and lick over her arms. As she draws her hands forward and makes a physical slice in the air. And you see this small wispy tether. She starts to pull it apart. And as she flexes this tear in the environment before you apart, she watches. She watches the way that a cat might, waiting for some sudden movement. There's a pause. You notice as you watch on that as she waits, A tail has now blossomed from behind her and is slowly whipping back and forth, waiting. Before, in a sudden, instantaneous flash, her arm strikes through, grabbing something, and tearing a figure through the rip. And as this person bursts through the rip, papers, scrolls, canvas begins rolling in all directions.
Damn, the scrolls are everywhere.
And there he stands, one and the same, Mephistopheles.
Good day, Phil.
I don't know if I'm supposed to be here, but I'm not entirely sure if I am prepared to argue.
Welcome in, Meth.
Oh, shit. You had to go and get wrapped up with a dragon. It had to be a dragon.
She's much kinder than you are.
Thank you. Thank you for defending me in that way.
She is
Stay a while and
an
listen.
absolute terror.
But she's sweet. And absolute terrors should get along.
Why am I here?
I'm looking to make a deal with this dragon for Sasha.
Well, you could have just asked. Call my name on the wind, and I would have been here, but no. You had to have me ripped from my home. I was in the middle of writing a deal, a very important deal, mind you, but no. Let me guess. The power of the Demon's Guard too much for you. You couldn't hang with it anymore.
Not at all. There's no overwhelming power with it. The only thing that ever happened was just that it led me outside of the town to have a quarrel with the second spark, who turns out is not quite within my capabilities.
You'll tend to learn how to tackle those that are outside of your power carefully, slowly. It takes time, and I think you might need time.
Time that you would have if you would have just played carefully. But now, you have to give it away, right?
That's correct. To me.
Why do you want this? You have no interest in the Demon's Guard. There is no point for this being under your control.
Let's just say that I'm an interested party. That I've been collecting power for a small time, amassing my own. For reasons.
Reasons.
He turns to you immediately.
Does this stand with you?
It's fine by me. I've been looking to get rid of it in order to continue in my own line.
You realize that you have nothing more to offer to me.
And am I supposed to feel bad?
I'm a deal maker. And you want me to transfer power to someone of which I gain nothing for.
That's correct. This would be ideal. Of course.
Well, it's not ideal for me. That's not how I operate, nor is it how my laws dictate this working.
So how could we come to a ideal for you?
I could move this power, I can move it with ease, but you have to compensate. Wager.
Sasha looks to you. What do you say? What do you have to offer for him? In for a penny, in for a pound.
This is how men die.
What do you want? I don't know what else you bargained for.
What did you bargain for last time? What did you give me last time?
The thing that binds me to this world, my soul.
That's correct.
And so, the rest I have is my body, and frankly, I don't think you've got much use for that.
Not anymore. There was once a time, but not anymore. Then offer another. Give me another soul. One of equal rapport. One of equal value.
How about a soul ore? I know of one that lies within this town, and it's got quite a bit more power than my own.
You're bluffing.
Not one of my undead friend, but another. The only other one that I know that's been crafted.
There have been many solo crafted in time. And I only sense one in this town.
The other might not be here. Where it is, I don't know, but the person who it belongs to is in town.
Then it is not yours to offer. You cannot give this to me, so it is of no value.
Then it's a soul that has to willingly give it to me so that I can give it to you?
Not necessarily, but you at least have to have it to give. You knew of this the moment that you released yours. It was yours to give. I would be happy to transfer this power, but give me something of equal value. Someone with standing. Someone who deserves it.
This is getting good. I'm interested. Who?
I don't know who Mr. Phil thinks has equal power to my own, and frankly, knowing someone else's power isn't quite as easy as I can just figure it out, so...
Sure, but you can at least think of some people that you might be able to have on the table. There's a slew of NPCs. But where do they stand in power compared to yours?
I'm not certain. Like, of the NPCs I know, very few of them have much in power.
I've got someone in mind, but I want to see if you arrive to that before I say it.
There's only one person that I can think of immediately.
Oh?
A beautiful woman who I frequently have conversations with, whom in this very room I've been told not to trust.
I have no value for a woman. I have no value for men either, but their souls are valuable. Has this woman done something truly evil?
She has. She was the one who commanded me to originally kill my family. The whole shebang, she...
No, I have. This, I know who you speak of. She freed you from your sins, and she allowed you to do and act upon the things that you wish to do. You wanted to kill your family.
I wanted to, but wanting to do something and doing it are very different.
It is as it is written. You wanted to, and you acted upon this.
Not by my own volition. I acted upon it because I was forced to.
Here we go. Do you know how many people claim that they were under the influence when they did something terrible?
Anyone who's ever been to jail.
That's correct.
But I find myself already in a prison, and
There's
what
another.
use do I have now?
I can smell it on you. A man. He's a bit fat in the cheeks. He wears a robe similar to yours. You're thinking of him now.
Yes, if he wears a robe similar to mine, there's only one other person in town at the moment.
I like this.
He's a bit of a dick, though.
I am okay with this. If he is a dick by your standards, then he has done something truly wrong.
I suppose that's fair. Though it's not just his soul I'd want you to take. I would offer you his soul, but frankly, if you could just take his life, it would be a lot easier for me.
I cannot take his life. He is under protection.
Sasha chimes in. I can fix that. She draws her hand up, grabbing onto her pinky, and she incites a small incantation. And she breaks her finger. You see it bent all the way back, and blood seems to trickle downward.
I'm gonna wince a little bit.
Don't worry, it will fix itself in time.
I'm gonna pull my hand up and look at my pinky and just kind of look down again and say, I
That
wish.
shit ain't normal, kid.
Which pinky?
The one that's not there.
You're just like a lizard. It'll grow back.
In time, this will be fine.
That may be the most intense thing I've seen in a long while.
Intensity is calm in here. It seems.
It seems that this person is no longer under a protection order. Very well. You will have to finish him. I will come to claim his soul. But it comes only at your behest. Are you prepared to take for your church?
I would kill and I would die for my church.
That's what I like to hear. The contract as is written.
And it seems to unfurl from one of his horns. It drapes down over his chest, and he seems to pluck a single nail from his finger, of which it seems to drip this sticky, imbibing black like ichor fluid, and it elongates, spiraling up into a pen, like its own quill.
Stay a while and listen.
Passes it to you.
It's much easier than drawing in blood, isn't it?
This is a little different. You're offering me something at the cost of nothing to me. I not need your blood. I just need the agreement of both parties. She will sign in blood.
I'll take the pen and sign.
Mephistopheles, is this necessary? You know I'll break free of this.
I am aware of what you will do. Let's just say that this is formalities. And you've haggled. We've bargained, and this is the best deal that you can get. Until you break this contract, until you've finished, I will know how to find you at all times, and now I know where you rest, Dragon. You are not as safe as you pretend to be.
Is that a challenge? And are you threatening me?
No, I wouldn't do such a stupid thing.
Good. There may still be time for you to live out the rest of your horrible burning life.
That's the only way that I'd have it. Now sign the fucking paper.
Do you
It's
sign?
like watching mom and dad fight all over again. I'll take the pen and sign.
You sign,
Just with a lot more blood.
and she takes this curved quill. She dabs into her own open pinky wound, and she signs a name that you can't quite read.
I know Sasha's not her name, but frankly, I don't need it.
It is done. Release me and I will go.
Fine. You're freed, and she releases one of his contracts that seem to drape over her shoulder. He wants to smooth it out briefly for a moment, kind of pressing it down. You see heat rise, and it seemingly flattens it out. It is now that you notice that there is hair on the document. It's not all straight. Near the bottom is a nipple. It's now that you realize
Gross.
the document is human skin.
Until we meet again.
He steps into the portal, and he's gone. Are you satisfied?
It is coming to solve more problems than I came here expecting to solve.
Well, there was my cost. I paid my end. I've now collected this, or at least I will when he is finished. It's a three-way agreement. I've broken his protection order. It was an easy binding. One that apparently he had with a very important figure.
Yes, and hopefully I can, make that figure a little bit less happy with me.
Well, I imagine that you have a few days. Good luck. I'm sure that this figure, Ike... What a shitty name.
Right.
His parents must have not liked him. Ike. See that he dies.
I'll do everything I can.
Good luck, Thelsa.
Thank you.
And next time when you offer a gift, make sure that it has no hang-ups.
I don't know that I'll have any other gifts to offer to you or Mr. Phil. He's not one for much.
I'm sure you'll think of something, right, friend?
Of course. And I'm gonna offer a hand to shake the one that is missing the pinky, just for my sake.
She looks down to your hand, and then she seems to push that finger back up. And you hear this crunch as it presses the phalange back into the digit hold. And it bleeds, but she holds onto your hand and shakes your hand. A bit formal.
I'd offer a hug, but...
We're
you
friends,
didn't
we're
come
not
off
that close.
Yeah, you didn't come off as one for hugs.
Not yet, at least.
We'll
With
see
time.
next time, right?
We'll see.
I'm gonna turn and walk out with a smile.
Okay.
I've got work to do. I'll see you soon.
Then the scene will come to an end, and you'll step back upstairs where you'll see that Charlie is entertaining the idea of all of the various food enjoyments that he might be able to partake in the morning. He's excited. He's hoping that there may be turnovers, that there might be mince and or pot pies. He's stoked for anything and everything because you keep saying it's a feast, and feasts generally imply that there is a variety of foods. And as much as he is a creature of the hedonistic style, he's a foodie. He's a chunky boy. If Chobs is left to his own devices, this is what Chobs could become easily. So, Charlie's a thick boy, and he's excited. He's as excited about the food as what it might mean to have like a various amount of people representing individual genders or somewhere in between hanging out at the tome. You step
like
up,
he's a
they
good
see
man.
you, and there you are.
Get down on pork pies.
Do you say anything to them?
Hello? I thought you guys would have made way by now.
Oh, go ahead.
We thought you wouldn't take so long.
Sorry. Had to have a nice talk.
It's no problem. But we really should get to the mayor's. We're gonna have another chat with him.
Seems fair. I've got some church business to attend to one of these days as well.
Very well. Rahk, are you okay with going to see the mayor?
Rahk isn't with you.
Not there.
Second time you've done that.
Yeah, so I'll make my way over to the mayor's.
Okay, when you step outside of the Shining Tome, I need a perception from everyone. Even Rahk.
Fuck. It's never a good thing.
Dragonflies overhead.
No, no.
Dragonflies.
Yeah.
Nobody likes
Dragonflies.
dragonflies. Not even a little
Like-
bit.
Look like shooting stars.
Cort's got a 17, Thelsa's got a 29, Ulhime's got a 30, Cort's got a 21. I'm guessing you rolled again.
No, the last one was the roll for Sasha
Yeah, the
raising her
17.
hands against the metal.
Gotcha. Okay, and
The
21.
21's
so...
for this one.
Then everybody's going to be able to get this. There is a brief flash of light that comes down from the clouds that seem to linger overhead, and it strikes down the Temple of Ouijas. It hits the central dome.
Oh, that's mildly terrifying.
Looks like I'll have more work to attend to sooner than I had thought.
You know how important the temple is, particularly to Thelsa. Will each of you be stepping to speak with her? Will everyone be going directly to that location? What's this look like?
I'm gonna turn to Ulhime and Thelsa and say, do we want to go follow whatever that was first, or do we want to go to the mayor?
No, the moment I saw that, I would start
with
running
that.
towards the temple.
Yeah.
I guess I'm following. I would ask, I'm gonna turn to Mary and say, can you go back to the bathhouse and make sure that everything's safe over there?
I will do as I can. But Jobs is not with.
He's with Rahk, so maybe Rahk will go back to the bathhouse, but if he does, send him over to us.
Okay.
And
I
last
think
time we
you've
went
got,
there,
is your push to talk still on Will?
No.
Okay, because it's like giving us hiss, like high level hiss back.
Cort's gonna.
He nods and he immediately rushes over to the bathhouse.
And then Cort's gonna catch up to Ulhime and Thelsa.
Okay. This is where we're going to end tonight's session. Here. With a light pouring down, cracking the roof over the top of the temple of Ouijas. That's it right there. That's tonight's game in the bag.
This can't go well.
It's gonna be fine.
Hopefully I get to do the smacky things.
Yeah, I'd be interested to get back into some combat. Let's just hope it doesn't go like the dragon fights.
Any questions? Any concerns?
I mean,
Nah.
lots of concerns, but no question.
I mean, generally, yeah. I mean, we're
Yeah.
pretty anxious people, but at the moment, no, I think we're good.
So what do you think has happened? I'm curious.
Nothing good. I can say that much for sure.
You just said it was like white light that shot through the temple, right?
So is this like a bolt of lightning out of a clear blue sky kind of situation, or what are we looking at exactly?
I mean, you're looking at it's like dusk, right? Like you guys have already gone out at this point. It's dusk, and there is some cloud overhang. You probably have like that orange to pink colored sky as the sun is starting to fall, and there is just a immediate, like instantaneous, like snap of light, similar to what you would expect out of lightning, but it doesn't have that like iridescent blue glare that sort of hits your vision. This is just white, like it's almost blinding briefly for a moment, but as quick as it's come, it is gone. And you know that it's at the tallest building on its level, which is the Temple of Ouijas.
Church affairs. The mayor's not going to get involved.
That's correct. What do you think's happening there with Jared?
The mayor's a dick, so I'm completely unsure.
The mayor's a dick.
That's about as much thought as I got going into that. My assumption is that Jared was doing his job too efficiently for once in his goddamn life, and
What?
the mayor wasn't a big fan of that.
Yeah.
Either that, or he is working with Sir Blubblyface, and is like, "Yo, I'll take this Skellerang, and you replace it with Tercion, or not Tercion, fucking their father, and then that'll be cool, right? Because you and me are monsters, and we'll be cool, dog."
I don't know whom you... Sir Blubbyface?
Fucking Nabbykins.
Can you just call him Nap the Tauren? As opposed to making up shit that doesn't make sense?
Yeah, it's trying to steal the race from that one game, World of Warcraft.
Blubbykins is from World of Warcraft?
No. When you're trying to nab the Tauren, you're trying to steal.
Oh, fuck off, man.
That's how
God.
I remember, man. Otherwise, I wouldn't remember his name.
Even Ronald's just like, the fucking pun levels are... It's just... This is not dad levels of pun.
These are
Shame.
mini levels of
You know,
fun.
Ronald, you need a fucking shun bell. Shame. Just like, ba-dang, ba-dang.
No, he's not allowed to have that power. He says some fucking horrendous shit.
When even Jen says it's a bad pun, it's true.
There, yeah,
You-
see, and he's got it.
He's got a fucking shun bell. I love it.
Shun myself, though.
Yeah.
Right back to the jail cell for you.
These aren't
Right
your
back to the
dad's
cell.
puns. These are your puns. Turbo pun.
I'm also not going to unmute and bring that thing because It's horrible.
Yeah, I can imagine. It's pretty fucking terrible. All right, so that was tonight's show. I hope you guys enjoyed it, especially those of you that are at home. If you have any questions, go ahead and take the time to file them in now. This is a good chance to kind of get to talk to the players before Sniper returns next week, and most certainly Foghorn Leghorns it up. Oh, they're prunes instead of puns. Good lord. Turbo puns.
They're not turbo levels of puns.
We don't need to.
At least they make sense.
Yeah, that's true. Puns are supposed to be naturally explainable. When you have to explain a pun, it's not funny or punny at that point.
I'm still laughing when I get to explain them, though.
I explain them
really
regardless
matters.
if people know what it is or not. That's why people hate them even more.
How does it feel to somehow always be near when the giant deities' superpowers that be are near each other? From Christy.
It's goes to show that I mean more than some people, because frankly, when I have constant interactions with things that are greater, it kind of grow an ego.
Just wait, your future is not going to be so easy, Mrs. I Lack a Soul.
No, it'll be fine.
I'm going to lead the church in prayer when my soul somehow finds its way back to me.
It won't find its way back.
Jim's friend says, so in all of that dragon horde, there was no chair? No, there's no chair. There's all kinds of
No.
trinkets and baubles and magical doodads and a lot of gold, but no, there is
A lot of
no
people
chair.
don't go in there.
I feel
I
like
should
she was
just-
genuinely mad that she did not have a breakfast invite sent to her. I was like, no, fuck her. She's being a rude ass.
It's like,
She
I don't
would-
want to
she
buy her
wouldn't
breakfast.
leave.
She slapped me. Fuck
Like
that
I was like literally like contemplating maybe I should just like send an invite. And she's like, what? No invite? I was like, nope, never mind.
Counteroffer
I'm
me,
like,
what
if
if,
you're gonna,
what if
she's gonna be
everyone
like-
experiences the same level of godly interactions?
There's only one person who has had a close amount of godly interactions, and he rampaged around saying he was a god for a while.
I mean,
Yeah.
we've technically all had the godly interactions.
Well, okay, yeah, one interaction and it killed someone. It almost killed the person who you guys summoned to say.
True.
So what about a wild magic door?
yeah,
I have willing
Sakata got to play
investors.
dice with a god. That was
I
cool.
say no. No to a fucking wild magic door.
How about the wild magic that's on the door is that it opens up to a different place every time you go through it.
So a wild teleportation door.
Yeah.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, and there's no door back.
isn't that the whole plot for a restaurant to another world?
I didn't even know that was the thing.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I didn't know that was the thing. If there was a chair in the Dragon's Horde, would you really want to sit on it? That's a good question. Cort would sit
I
on it?
would.
Cort would probably sit on it.
I mean, yeah, if she offered me a seat.
I just like Kenny's like, I'm gonna sit down. Is there a chair? No. There's steps.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
That'll
I
work.
already
I just
knew
took
there
a
was
knee.
no chair in there. I was just like, this is. I don't want to wait and stand.
I'm curious. I've got a question for the audience. What did you guys think of the conversation between Gilfrey and Rahk? What do the players think?
I
been a
think
while since,
I want to have my talk with Gilfrey.
Well, I mean, you got to be around.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, yeah, Gilfrey's just kind of
An
an old
man.
bastard.
He's just kind of mad.
He's
I
not
would've
an old
pissed off at the
bastard. I
guy
mean,
who
he's
used his child as a puppet.
yeah. I mean, he's a grandfather and a father who's grieving. I mean, I can't.
I mean, Sniper basically John Wicked his children. So like,
Yeah, now he's trying to taken them back. Liam
even
Neeson.
Fables is like, oh no,
Take
that's
it.
the boogeyman.
I wanted to make him. I wanted to give him the opportunity to get his child back. He wanted that, but then
Then Sniper did the torso puppeteering.
no, it was the sword.
Oh right,
It was Innie's.
yeah, the Athame.
Thelsa's Athame.
It wasn't my doing.
No, it wasn't your
Don't
doing.
look at me like that.
No. I'm not at all blaming this on you. I'm just saying that this was the Athame's doing here. It was cool. Really nice to learn some more about him. Makes him feel more real. I like to think that he's a bit more tangible. That he's more than just an old badass, right? Like he actually has some level of understanding to him that he is human. He can still die. I mean, he's old as shit. I mean, describe the curvature in his back and the wry walk that he has, this bizarre gait in his step that seems to maybe echo an age.
A cart with a nail in it probably doesn't help his posture much.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what he's worried about too, is the nail in the cart.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'd be worried about it.
Oh, and then this fucking guy. You can't keep a secret. Oh my god.
Look.
I know,
this is
dude.
New information.
Literally, like, I'm just like, oh hey, fucking Charlie, you wanna go to breakfast? Yeah, that's awesome. Like, cool. You know, the guy who's been helping us, it's good to try to, do good by him. And you're like, let's invite fucking everybody. I'm like, yeah, this invite wasn't like.
Look, son, that's why I looked to you and you didn't say anything. And I was like, all right, he's okay with it.
Yeah. In what situation would you be like, no, I said don't invite them? Like, you're fucking dumb.
Cort, you're totally oblivious. This isn't new information.
I hope she sends you on an impossible kill quest, and I'm just gonna be like, nope, this is your job. You take care of it.
I hope that the box is enchanted with temptation of some sort, and you end up opening it, and she's like,
why would it need to be enchanted? It's fucking Cort. He's gonna be like, I wonder what it is. I can't keep
Cort
secrets.
Doesn't need to look inside things. He doesn't have a reason.
Yeah, and you'd still open it anyway. I feel like you would still open it anyway.
Cort's a man of his word. You guys don't tell me these things are secrets until I'm literally in front of someone, and then you're like, "Shh, don't tell them that." And I'm like, "Oh, whoops, I'm not supposed to tell them that."
Here, well, I'll still break down your logic. It wasn't your fucking invite.
Oh, it's like calling up your buddies. Bro, there's like a wild rager out there, and I just got the. You want to go? We'll get fucking lit.
Family barbecue.
Dude, we got White Claws.
You guys want to drop? You guys want to drop by? Yeah, that's great. Hey, this is my friend Chad. I know you said it was just for one, but I'm going to invite the 4 other people that I usually hang out with. I was like, no, I don't know why you thought that was okay. Like, I get that you're 19, but I'm like, you literally invited a known enemy. As an enemy, it's just someone I don't fucking trust. I'm just like,
she's always helped us.
Shame, my friend.
Oh man. Also, just to be clear, because I think there may have been some misunderstanding there. Sasha declared that she was as old as magic, that she helped bring about the birth of magic. That
I knew that. Yeah, but I'm not gonna be like.
No,
I can't like contest her on like.
Sure.
Wall.
What I'm trying to say is that she wasn't the precursor to magic. She wasn't before magic.
She was just.
Oh yeah, no, I know that because I was gonna be like when I first heard her start saying that, I was like, what is this bitch like? Is she Mistra? Like, is she like you the Weavio? Like, is that what she is? And then I was like, oh wait, like she's been around for a while, and I was like, okay, I get it. Like, yeah, you're strong. I mean.
You
even
out of
game,
like
even
out of game, you know that she's a dragon, right?
Yeah, but in game, I can't be like, yeah, like I know how fucking powerful. It's like I just know that she's the chick that they've been going to for a lot of shit. So I'm like, yeah, she's got to be crazy powerful. And then when she started saying all that, I was like, okay, well, I'm not here to like step on your toes with shit.
Well, I mean, it is believed in like TSR and Forgotten Realms and even Dragonlance that because of dragons, there is magic. That dragons taught everyone.
Yeah, they were the first ones to teach it out, and then they were like, "You guys fucked it up," and then now like they don't like.
But they think that like magic has thinned, that it is much weaker than it was a long time ago because people keep killing dragons. So, imagine what magic could be like if all of the dragons were left alive. But imagine the terror that the world would be under, right?
I gotta get her to teach me how to harness the power of dragons when you kill them.
You mean like absorb their souls and gain shouts?
Yeah,
get all angry and go ah.
Yeah, I just want to Fustro Da in the middle of a fight for no reason.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's possible, but I think if I'm not mistaken, isn't elven magic, like their ancient magic, like supposed to be like reality bending? I know dragons have strong magic, but I'm pretty sure it was
dragons
like
are MacGuffins. Like anything that you can will into being because of magic, dragons like MacGuffin. There it is. Insert there, right? Like they're a fucking Infinity Stone because dragons. That's why.
They're the wish spell.
Yeah, basically, they created all of these spells. All right, guys, I think that's gonna be it for us tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and get a title for the show, and then I'm gonna throw this out to Christy so she can get it voted for everybody, and we will see you guys on the morrow. So have a good one. Thanks for coming out, and we'll talk to you later. There will not be a show tomorrow because it's the anniversary of a dear friend's passing, and I will be gone for that. So love your faces, and I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Peace. Good night.